Sewerage and Water Board says the boil water advisory has been canceled and the water is safe to drink and use. And you're probably wondering what would happen if you or a family member took a sip or used the water while the advisory was still in place. Well, WDSU medical editor Dr. Corey Hebert is live in studio with us this morning, and he's here to tell us why it's important to follow the boil water orders when they're in place. And I guess it is a question that a lot of people were wondering. I even asked the question yesterday, what's the worst that could happen if you did, consume some of the water before the advisory was lifted?
Never ask a doctor.
What's the worst that could happen?
You don't want to know the worst that could happen. But let's say...
Someone told me diarrhea.
Yeah, well, see, the problem is that when the water pressure goes below a certain pressure, okay, and that's in Louisiana, that's like 15 pounds per square inch. When it goes below that, then the contaminants, the groundwater can seep into the pipes. And let's just talk about what could that be. That could be insecticides, that could be toxins, that could be chemicals, it could be bacteria, it could be viruses. So all these things could be very serious, although, of all the water boil advisories that they have all around the country, it's very rare that they ever find anything.
It's a precaution.
It's a precaution, but the biggest player here for someone in our area would be something like an E. coli type bacteria or a coliform bacteria. And the worst thing that could happen generally is vomiting, diarrhea, nausea, fever. But you've heard many times that E. coli is a bacteria that can cause death. I mean, it really can. It can cause you to have kidney failure. It can cause you to have dehydration. It can get into your bloodstream. So it's important that we realize that these things are precautions, but they're very real threats.
Yeah, you need to take heed. And a lot of people wondering, is it really necessary to stop showering, stop bathing? Is that taking it too far? Is that it's a stretch for some people.
Right.
They can understand not consuming it, but do I really need to stop showering?
Well, I want people to really just step back and understand and think about when they're taking a shower today, how much water gets into their mouth when they're taking a shower. I mean, when you're washing your face, the water can seep into your nose, water seeps into your mouth, it can seep into a cut. These types of things are very real. So you have to know that anytime that the bacteria or the viruses can get into your bloodstream, that's also an issue. So that issue is infection and also bacteremia, which is when bacteria gets into your blood, and that could be very serious.
And some of the symptoms of ailment we talked about just a minute ago, vomiting, diarrhea, those are some of the symptoms that you have come in contact with this contaminated water.
Absolutely. And the thing about it is that we get these types of bacterial infections all the time. From people drinking water that they're not supposed to drink. They're also when you're swimming in a lake and you consume water, when you have well water, that's also a big issue. So we have that to happen all the time. So we deal with these types of issues, but it's usually not from our water supply. You see what I'm saying? So
children and seniors more affected by this?
Seniors, children, and anyone who is immunocompromised. So that's anyone on chemotherapy, anyone on high dose of steroids, anyone with cancer, anything that will compromise your immune system will cause you to have more risk of infection from this type of thing. All
right, so once again, the boil water advisory is something to take very seriously.
Always.
And the good news is it has been lifted.
Yes, so please take a shower. Take a shower today. It's okay. All right.
All right. Thank you so much for being here once again, WDSU medical editor Dr. Corey Hebert.